Early in 20th century, one of the famous Russian scientists, Alexander Chelyabinski, he studied on something called heliobiology, and he studied the impact of solar flares on human life. He said that every 11 to 12 years there happens a massive holocaust of radiations in sun, the solar flares, and because of that it affects the entire solar system and human beings and their behaviors. So because sun is sending its own cathode and anode rays, it ionizes the human atmosphere, Earth's atmosphere, and the impact gets penetrated right deep into human blood. It changes the very composition of human blood, and because of which, every 11 to 12 years, a big war or revolution happens. Now, this was contradictory to communist philosophy because they believe every social problem is because of social issues, so and not because of solar flares. So Stalin was had the government in Russia then. So Stalin imprisoned Chizhevsky, and Chizhevsky could perhaps be freed only after Stalin died. And he lived for a very brief period, but in that time he gave a finishing touch to his study, what we know as heliobiology. So, why I am saying you this is because Chizhevsky mentioned two important things here. He mentioned about a solar maxima and solar minima. He said that it's not just a period of peak where wars and revolutions happen, destructive, human beings become more destructive, but there is also a period of minima where human beings become creative best. So during those times, some phenomenal creativity masterpieces come up from human beings, from human race. Now, I think in these times of coronavirus pandemic outbreak, where we all of us are confined to our homes, there are two things we can do. One is to panic, to send each other nervous updates, to feel anxiety and helpless about it. Or the other thing, and the more better thing, the more beautiful thing is to transform this period into self exploration, self transformation, to create something very new, which we probably some talent which was hidden inside us in ways we did not even imagine. So, can we transform this challenging period into a kind of self transformation for us? So, it's tough because staying optimistic in these tough times is very difficult. But it's not about optimism. Uh, we can do what is there in our hands. It's not there in our hands what all the external factors that are there. I mean, this pandemic erupted from some other place and it reached other countries. So you don't control everything that happens externally. You can only control what is there internally. So I am saying instead of feeling anxious and irritated and annoyed because we all are confined to our homes, let's use this period. Do not forget we are blessed with the power of internet, and we have online medium these days. So it's not that we are going to uh, get irritated and annoyed for this 1 month period during the time we are isolated and working from home, and we venturing out with social distancing. So we can actually use this period to for self-reflection, for something, creating something very different aspect of our life. One such pandemic, when it happened in I mean 210 days back, when there was plague, William Shakespeare, he went on to create King Lear, such kind of masterpieces in these times. So every problematic phase is an opportunity in itself. How we are going to handle this phase will tell a lot about human race. During this time, I urge you all to go through with different subjects. Try reading history, read about the history of the world and different civilizations, different evolution of human beings. of early man, read about geography, read about geology, paleontology, something which you had never done in your life because you do not find time, because you are coming to office and on weekends you go for a relax. Take it as a these times as a sort of detox and read something very new, very new. Read about history, geography, uh, and as I said, read about different uh, uh, evolution patterns, how human beings have faced such tough phases in history and how they came out. So we have come out of tougher phases in history. We will come out tougher even after this phase as well, because human beings are a case of millions and millions years of evolution. We are that immune, we are that strong. We cannot get instinct with uh, situations like these are tough times. We need to take precaution. We all are taking precaution with hand wash, social distancing, not spreading it outside, using masks. We all are doing all kind of precautions, but we should also believe about this, that human beings are a case of phenomenal level of evolution over thousands and millions of years. So instead of panic, let's use this time to work on ourselves, to take a detox and turn inwards, maybe do pranayama, do yoga, do meditation, study new things about life. And if you want to watch movies instead of entertainment, you could watch some informative pieces, learn about climate changes, how over 2000 years climate has changed, how world has changed, a lot of things we can do in this phase. So let's not panic, let's not spread panic, let's uh, take a time out and grow in this phase. This challenging phase can be transformed into uh, uh, an opportunity, and we will come out stronger once this phase, tough phase subsides. We will come out stronger.